You're sitting in an unmarked interrogation room, looking at a whiteboard filled with mugshots, red string, and numbers so huge they don't even make sense. How did a broke kid who couldn't even afford a decent pair of sneakers end up running a billion-dollar criminal empire? Simple. You didn't just join the game, you climbed every single rung of the deadliest career ladder on Earth. But in the narco world, promotion doesn't come with a raise and a nice office. It comes with paranoia, violence, and a body count. If you want to know what it takes to reach the top, you have to start at the absolute bottom. Welcome to your life as every level of narco boss. Level 1. You're 19, dead broke and tired of living on dirt floors. You aren't a boss, you're an errand boy with a cheap burner phone and a pair of scuffed sneakers. Your job is simple. Stand on a sun-baked street corner, keep your head on a swivel, and move tiny plastic bags of low-grade product. You make maybe $50 a day, but in your neighborhood, that makes you a big shot. Your boss is a regional lieutenant who treats you like dirt, and the local cops actively hunt you for sport. Every time a tinted SUV drives by, your heart drops into your stomach. Is it rival corner boys looking to take your turf, or is it the tactical unit coming to slap cuffs on you? You learn your first lesson in the trade fast. At level 1, you aren't an asset. You're total collateral damage. If you get pinched, nobody posts your bail. If you get taken out, someone takes your corner 5 minutes later. Survival here isn't about getting rich. It's about staying alive long enough to get handed your first real responsibility. Level 2. You survived the streets, kept your mouth shut when the cops questioned you, and caught the eye of the local lieutenant. Now, you're running a stash house in a run-down apartment building. You aren't standing on the corner anymore. You're managing 5 kid lookouts who do that for you. Every week, a disguised delivery van drops off bricks of product wrapped in heavy duct tape. Your job is to cut it, weigh it, package it, and collect the cash. Suddenly, you're making $5 grand a week. You buy a shiny watch, a fast car, and start feeling like a real mobster. But the pressure skyrockets. Now you're responsible for the money. If a street kid loses a package or gets robbed, that debt comes straight out of your skin. The DEA isn't watching you yet, but local narcotics officers definitely have your stash house on their radar. You sleep with a loaded pistol under your pillow and wake up in a cold sweat every time a stray dog knocks over a trash can outside. You've got money, sure, but zero peace of mind. Level 3. You stepped up when your old boss got wiped out in a rival raid, and now you've moved from the streets straight into international logistics. You aren't touching product anymore, you're orchestrating supply chains. You move between luxury high-rises and hidden rural ranches, coordinating shipments across international borders. You're buying custom-built speedboats, bribing corrupt border guards, and hiding 100-pound loads inside legitimate commercial cargo shipments. Everything from crates of avocados to heavy manufacturing machinery. You manage a network of dozens of mid-level dealers, stash houses, and transport drivers. The cash isn't coming in rubber-banded stacks anymore. It's coming in duffel bags full of $100 bills. You're making $500,000 a month, but your problems are on a completely different scale. You aren't worrying about local street cops now. You're on the radar of federal task forces. The DEA is tapping your encrypted phones, and rival syndicates are actively tracking your movements to hijack your supply lines. One banned shipment doesn't mean a lost street corner. It means a $20 million loss and a boss who expects someone to pay for it with their life. Level 4. You are a high-ranking lieutenant in a multi-billion-dollar global syndicate. You sit in fortified compounds tucked away in the jungle or high up in heavily guarded mountain estates. You command a private army of hundreds of heavily armed mercenaries equipped with military-grade weapons, armored vehicles, and high-tech surveillance gear. You don't just control a city, you control entire shipping corridors, airstrips, and clandestine laboratories producing pure synthetic compounds. You handle politicians, judges, and high-ranking military officials who are all on your payroll. You're generating tens of millions of dollars every single week. But money has completely lost its meaning. You can't put it in a bank, so you're burying millions in plastic barrels underground, or laundering it through massive real estate networks and shell corporations. You can't walk into a normal restaurant, take a public flight, or visit your family without a full security detail. The federal government has a $10 million bounty on your head. State-of-the-art surveillance drones circle your airspace, and your closest lieutenants are constantly plotting to take your throne. Paranoia is your constant companion.
Level 5. You are the absolute supreme mastermind of a global criminal empire. Your name is whispered in government halls and splashed across international headlines. You move markets, influence national elections, and control supply chains spanning 5 continents. You hold unfathomable wealth, billions of dollars hidden behind endless layers of global shadow finance. You live like a king in a golden cage, isolated behind bulletproof glass, remote electronic jammers, and an army of guards. But at level 5, the game changes completely. You aren't running an empire anymore. You're just trying to outrun your ultimate fate. There are only 2 possible endings for a level 5 Kingpin: a cold steel cell in a maximum security supermax facility for the rest of your life, or a sudden violent betrayer's bullet from your own second in command while you sleep. The very empire you built has become your personal prison. You started at level 1 chasing freedom and cash, only to realize at level 5 that the game was rigged from the very beginning. In the Narco ladder, every single promotion just buys you a bigger target on your back and a shorter fuse on your clock. Nobody ever truly wins this game. They just run out of time.